Hola amigos y amigas, you are now with Jocelyn and I'm so grateful you are here. Thank you for bringing me into your present moment. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. You already know all the goodness we're going to be getting into in this video. And if you are new here, welcome. I am so, again, grateful that you are here. If you enjoy lifestyle, spirituality, self-development, journaling, and all of that good stuff, then make sure to click subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my weekly videos and you join in on this growing community. Typically, in these full and new moon journaling prompt videos that I share every single month, I provide 8 journaling prompts. But this time around, I'm gonna be providing 9 because that's what came up for me. And because this total solar eclipse in Sagittarius that we have taking place on December 4th, 2021 is so significant as it is closing out an 18-month cycle. So we are approaching a cycle coming to a close, coming full circle, that has really pivoted and transformed our lives in ways that deserve for us to reflect on. So the first 4 journaling prompts that I'm going to be sharing with you will be doing exactly that. They're gonna assist you and guide you through your reflections on the past 18 months in a really fun way. So I'm really excited to share those with you. And the rest of the 5 journaling prompts are inspired by just the overall energy of this Sagittarius total solar eclipse, which is also a new moon. So my friends, if you end up liking this video, make sure to click like. And if you end up choosing one or more of these prompts to journal, I would love to know which ones you end up journaling and which ones really resonated with you in the comments below. I love cultivating and creating community in the comments and engaging with y'all, so meet me there. But without further ado, let's get into these 9 journaling prompts. As the main character, what is my transformation story of the last 18 months? I already know that in the last 18 months, you have undergone such an immense and intense and pivotal transformation. So, what is that story? And really step into the shoes of your main character. Did you begin as maybe not the main character, or as the main character that didn't know they were the main character and then later evolved into really stepping into the power and the knowing of being the main character? Or have you been the main character all along and so much has come about from that experience? Really have fun with this prompt. As I mentioned, these first 4 prompts are really going to assist you with reflecting on these past 18 months because they have truly pivoted our lives in such significant ways. So I really wanted to hold space for that. And I feel like this is a great place and way to start, is by us really embodying the main character that we are in our lives and reflecting on what just, the overall story of the last 18 months has been. If the last 18 months of my life were a movie, what inspirational lessons would the viewer take away? You know, when you watch a movie that's based on a true story and your heart just feels so touched by it, your spirit feels so moved by it, and you walk away from having watched that movie feeling like you really took away some inspirational lessons and you feel motivated by it, you feel again moved and touched. And this is what I want you to keep in mind with this prompt. If you were to look back at the past 18 months of your life and see it as a movie based on a true story, based on your true story, what lessons would the viewer, the person who's watching your true story, what lessons would they take away from watching your movie? what would they be touched by? What would they be moved by? I feel like, again, this is just a really fun way for us to reflect back on the past 18 months. And with this prompt, specifically reflect on the lessons that we've learned in the past 18 months. So highly recommend that you get into this prompt because it's just so fun. Let's say that this solar eclipse marked the end of my book based on the last 18 months of my life. What would be in the teaser synopsis of my next book? So this prompt is getting you to start reflecting on and affirming what is next for you. So let's say that the past 18 months of your life were a book, right? And the end of that book is at the end of this 18-month cycle taking place on December 4th with this Sagittarius Total Solar Eclipse. But we know that another book is to come and is being written, and we are going to go ahead and affirm what is to come in that book, what is to be anticipated, what is to be written by pretending, by envisioning what would be in the teaser synopsis of that book. So if you had to write a summary of what to anticipate in the next book of your life, what would be in that summary? What are you affirming is to come next for you? And I really hope that you enjoy this prompt. You've been enjoying these past couple of prompts that I shared with you on reflecting on the past 18 months. But this one is really, because with endings come beginnings, I really also just wanted to hold space for that fact that, yes, we're closing out a very life-changing 18-month cycle, but that means that we're stepping into a new cycle of our lives, and we have the right and we have the power to affirm what that next cycle is going to look like, what it's going to feel like. And with this prompt, we are going to affirm that. Write a thank you letter to the last 18 months. This is the last of the 4 prompts that are touching on this 18-month cycle that we're closing out. And I really wanted to integrate some gratitude into this because though the past 18 months may have been incredibly hard for some of us, and perhaps, this current season still feels hard, I know deep in my heart that the past 18 months have been setting us up for deeper alignment with our highest potential and have intended to really balance us out. And the last 18 months are worthy of gratitude. So if you were to sit down with the last 18 months and thank it, what would you thank it for? What lessons have you learned? What have you come to know about yourself that you really appreciate? What have you let go of that you've now accepted and are thankful that you have accepted and thankful that you've let go of? If you're still in movie book mode on the last 18 months, then what characters from the past 18 months would you thank? What experiences, plot twists, pivots, enemies, behind the scenes team folks would you thank? Who would you thank? Who all on the set? Who all in the story? Who all in the plots of your life from the past 18 months would you thank? And, of course, let's keep the main character in mind, which is you. You definitely deserve to thank yourself in the ways that you've moved and navigated through the past 18 months. So this again really is just a prompt to get us to close out this 18-month cycle with grace and with gratitude. In what ways have I found myself retracting my energy and reorganizing where, how I invest it? I know that energy work and awareness of energy, how everything is energy, has really come up for us a lot in the past 18 months. Learning about how important it is to implement energetic boundaries, learning, how to be more mindful in the ways in which we invest our energy, how we have been depleting our own energy, how others have been depleting our energy, and all of that. So I really just wanted us to come back to this awareness that we've gained regarding energy and reflect on how we've been finding ourselves retracting and really just reorganizing, restructuring the ways in which we invest our energy. So, what have been those ways for you? How have you been reorganizing where and how you invest your energy? Where have you found yourself, and when have you found yourself retracting your energy? Have you found yourself doing that lately, or in this cycle, this past cycle that we're now closing out? So if this prompt really resonates with you, then of course, definitely lean into it. What am I actively choosing to trust and have faith in, even if I'm not completely clear on it? I know that so many of us have had certain aspects of our lives where we're not giving into the fear anymore. We're choosing faith. We're choosing to trust that everything is going to unfold divinely, that everything is working in our favor, that we are going to put effort into XYZ because we have this instinctual feeling that it's all going to work out. Even if we don't have all the answers for it yet, even if we're not completely, clear on it yet, we're going to choose to trust it. We're going to choose to have faith, and we're not going to give into the fear. So, what has this been for you? What are you choosing to trust and have faith in, regardless if you don't have complete clarity on it, regardless if you don't have complete control over it, regardless if you don't know exactly how it's all going to unfold? What are you choosing to trust and have faith in? And I just want to add that I feel like it's so beautiful that so many of us are really leaning into that energy of trust and faith, regardless of the uncertainties that may come with it. Because again, I just feel like more and more of us are really strengthening our trust in our instincts and what we deeply feel is right for us and is going to work out for us and is, divinely in order. So, this prompt, if you do choose to journal with it, also really serves as an affirmation. I feel like everything that you write down in this prompt serves as an affirmation, because you essentially are saying, this is what I'm choosing to trust. This is what I'm choosing to have faith in, regardless of me not being completely clear on it. I am choosing faith over fear. I am choosing trust over distrust because I know that all is working in my favor, and I know that my efforts are felt. I know that if I keep trusting in me, trusting in the universe, that it's all going to pan out even more beautifully than I can imagine. And I'm going to surrender to that trust. I'm going to surrender to that faith. So really, y'all, this can serve as a beautiful affirmation for you if you end up choosing this prompt as one of the prompts you're going to journal under this total solar eclipse. How have I already found myself tapping into and or embodying my higher self? The last 18 months, y'all, really have been more deeply connecting us to our higher self, to our higher potentials. And I really want you to give yourself more belief that you have, through the past 18 months, through all the experiences that you've had these past few seasons of your life, compared to where you were then, even if it may not look like it in certain ways, you have, connected with and began to embody your higher self. And I really want you to give yourself more credit in this way, because I feel like so many of us have not really taken a step back to really think about, how we've already become our higher selves. I think sometimes, I've mentioned this before in other videos, but, we see our higher selves as, an identity that's outside of us. But in reality, we are our higher selves. We are our higher selves. And so I really wanted to hold space for that in this prompt, because these past 18 months have really been purposeful. They have really been intentional with, really bringing us back home to ourselves and really nudging us towards stepping into our power. And I know that there have been ways in which you've already done that. You've already begun to do that. And therefore, you've already began to really tap into and embody your higher self. So how has that looked for you? How have you already been doing that? And, really pat yourself on the back and be proud of yourself, and really be confident when you are stepping into this prompt. What have I had to develop the courage for with the intention to honor what I deserve? Whew! We have had to develop the courage. I already know it. I already know it. There have been situations, there have been experiences, there have been environments where we have really had to be courageous, where we've had to muster up the courage, we've had to really stand tall in our knowing, in our instincts, and, with what we're choosing to trust and have faith in, because we are really intending to honor what we deserve. There's been this energy of, I'm not coming to play anymore. I'm not doing this anymore. I do not resonate with this. This is not who I am anymore. I'm choosing new cycles. I'm choosing new lessons. I'm choosing my higher self. I'm choosing to really no longer, make myself small in any way, shape, or form. I deserve better. And this energy has really, we've been tested. We've been tested sometimes, and we've really had to be courageous in certain moments to really affirm that, yes, this may be uncomfortable, this may be hard, this may have been what I've accepted in the past, this may have been how I've done it in the past, but I'm not accepting this anymore. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm choosing different because I deserve different. So, my friends, what have you had to develop the courage for with the intention to honor what you deserve? Moving forward, what am I focusing on being and creating? This is the extra prompt that I wanted to include here and share with you all. And the reason for that is the fact that the energy of creation is really coming up for us in this season. And that's partly due to the fact that, yes, we're closing out this cycle and we're stepping into this new beginning. We're stepping into this new version of ourselves that we've felt ourselves becoming for a while now. And we're feeling inspired to create, to bring something to life. And what also came up for me in the energy reading that I did for this week, for this total solar eclipse, if you want to go check that out, it's on my channel. But the emphasis on sexual energy and healing that sexual energy, which partly looks like channeling that sexual energy that may be arising for us, channeling that energy into creating, into bringing life to something. really came up. And we also look at the sacral chakra when it comes to that kind of energy. So this is also a great time for us to be working with our sacral chakra and really moving, circulating that energy that may be built up there and channeling it into creating something. So if this really resonates with you and you have found this to be true for yourself at this time, then definitely lean into this prompt. And this prompt is also just, getting us to really focus on the fact that yes, we are stepping into a new cycle. And this is a time to focus on how we're consciously choosing to move forward. What are we focusing on? How are we investing our energy? All of that, things that we've touched on in previous prompts. So this is kind of just bringing it all full circle. And we are affirming, moving forward. This is what I'm focusing on creating. And I didn't want to just leave it at creating. I also wanted to include being. What am I focusing on being? Because I know that we have found ourselves, exerting ourselves and really depleting ourselves, too much when it comes to doing and creating and building. And we didn't allow ourselves to simply be enough. And so I wanted to bring that balance in this question, in this prompt here, by not only focusing on what we're creating, but also focusing on what we're simply being, moving forward. And that, my friends, are the 9 journaling prompts for this upcoming Sagittarius Total Solar Eclipse that we have taking place on December 4th, 2021. I hope that you resonated and really felt called towards at least one of these prompts. And if you did, I would love to know which ones in the comment section below. As I mentioned, I love creating and cultivating community in the comments and really engaging with you all there. So let me know which ones you're going to end up journaling. And I just want to say, y'all, please, let's be proud of ourselves at this time. Please congratulate yourself and really honor yourselves in the ways in which you've really been there for you in the past 18 months. I hope that these prompts got you reflecting on just how much you've transformed and just how much you've been through and just how much, you have to be proud of yourself for. And I hope you take a moment under this total solar eclipse to really just embrace yourself and thank yourself and, just practice some self-love and self-care and, really affirm that as we step into this new cycle, you're stepping into a new you, into a wiser you, into a more healed you, into a you that really is honoring their self, their higher self, and what it is that they deserve. This is really an exciting time, y'all. And I'm very proud of you. I'm so proud of you and the ways you've, navigated the past 18 months of your life. I know that, there were some moments that were very uncomfortable and very uncertain and very a lot of things. It's been a lot of emotions that we've been experiencing in this past 18-month cycle, but we're stepping into a new one. And, that's also why I'm just so happy that you are, taking the time to do this and looking into content like this that assists you in reflecting and aligning you to the energy of the moon and all of that. It's just so beautiful that you are investing in yourself in this way. So thank you again so much for being here. Like this video if you like it, and again, connect with me in the comments, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Let's have an amazing total solar eclipse in Sagittarius, y'all.